We were just flatmates until one stormy night, the walls between us melted, and nothing was ever the same again. I never planned to fall for her. We were just flatmates, a practical arrangement in a two-bedroom flat in South Kensington, London. She moved in last spring, just after I'd broken up with my longtime girlfriend. Her name was Eliza, and she was everything I wasn't expecting. Brilliant, sharp-witted, a theatre major at UCL, with a closet full of silk scarves and mystery. She wore oversized jumpers that slipped off one shoulder, always smelled like vanilla, and bergamot, and laughed like she didn't care who was listening. The first few weeks, we barely crossed paths, but then summer came, and with it, longer evenings, shared takeaway dinners, and quiet nights on the balcony with cheap wine and confessions neither of us meant to share. She told me about the fiancé who left her 2 weeks before their wedding. I told her about my father's death and how I never got to say goodbye. We grew close, but always towing the line. She'd brush past me in the hallway in nothing but her dressing gown, wet hair dripping down her back, and I'd pretend not to notice. I'd come home from the gym shirtless and sweaty, and she'd roll her eyes with a smirk. It was tension, pure, aching, unspoken tension. And then came the night everything changed. It was a Saturday. Rain battered the windows. The power went out around 9 p.m., plunging the flat into candlelight and silence. She was curled up on the sofa, legs tucked under her, reading Rebecca by Du Maurier. I brought over 2 glasses of whiskey, and we sat in the flickering glow, closer than usual. Her eyes were darker in the low light, stormy like the sky outside. "Do you ever feel like we're pretending not to feel something?" she asked suddenly, voice barely a whisper. I didn't speak, just looked at her. She leaned in, slow, unsure, and then kissed me. Soft at first, then deeper. My glass hit the floor. We didn't stop until the rain had faded into morning and our hearts had calmed enough to hear it. After that, everything changed. We still played the game during the day, separate rooms, casual chats. But at night, the lines blurred. Passion turned into rituals. Morning tea in her robe, stolen glances at breakfast, brushing fingers at the sink. But the real twist came when her ex-fiancé showed up unannounced one evening while I was in the shower. I came out in nothing but a towel to find him standing in the hallway, face like thunder. "He's just a flatmate," he sneered. She stared at me, trembling. "He was," she said quietly. "Not anymore." That night, she told me everything, how Thomas had cheated with her best friend, how she'd sworn off men until me, and how I made her believe in love again. I thought that was our happy ending, but it wasn't. A month later, Eliza was offered a theatre contract in Edinburgh. 6 months, no return visits. "Come with me," she said, eyes wide. But I had work an architecture project that would finally put my name on the London map. I hesitated. She left. I regretted it the next day. Weeks passed. Her texts grew shorter. One night, I opened Instagram and saw her in a group photo, arm around someone else. My stomach sank. I threw myself into work, buried my feelings. Until one night, I came home to find her standing at the door, soaked in rain, suitcase by her side. "I never kissed him," she said, before I could speak. "I tried, but I couldn't, because I wasn't over you." That night, we didn't need candlelight. I carried her to my room and we didn't talk. Not until dawn, when I whispered, "Don't leave again." She kissed my chest. "Then don't make me choose next time." We moved into a new flat 2 months later, somewhere with no guest room. And every now and then, during storms, she wears that same old robe and reads Rebecca by candlelight. And I pour 2 glasses of whiskey, always careful not to drop mine this time.